Anime, something that has made communities upon communities and brought so many together and used its different influences to create things such as a bridge series where people dub over anime to make them just absolutely stupid and funny, to one of the biggest things in the last few years that brought people together, the VTuber uprising.
Like this?
Anime has always been an escape from life, to witness worlds only dreamed of, with characters you wish you could spend time with in real life. But along with those great things, anime is more than worlds or characters. It's the story, the message that some of them can send. From stories about traveling new worlds, living a new life, to being about growing up and understanding one's true feelings. Anime is something we all love, and in the past years, we have gotten some undoubtedly stunning and beautiful shows. Like right now, you could look at Demon Slayer Season 2 or the Attack on Titan final season. And if you wanted to look at something that isn't everywhere with its popularity, you can go and look at To Your Eternity. And even if it didn't have the nicest ending, Wonder Egg Priority. And each of these I just mentioned have their one little message to send, be it each episode or in an overarching story. Demon Slayer is about revenge and becoming stronger, but mostly focused on the shonen aspects of fighting, and the fights in Demon Slayer are absolutely amazing. There's some heat, you can't lie. Then Attack on Titan, with its lore that gets explained as the fuel for revenge taking over the main man Eren, can be looked at as a revenge story as well. Then To Your Eternity being about learning what it means to be human and living with emotions you can't truly understand, and Wonder Egg Priority being about helping others but trying to help yourself while trying to understand what you truly want for yourself. With these amazing concepts, something not so great has been happening in the undergrowth of anime. And I'm talking about this fear that has developed, I would say 3-4 years. It's the fear of truly stepping outside of the realm of normality in newer anime. I think the best and easiest way to show what I mean is to look at a few anime genres and the anime that are within those genres. This is happening in, I would say, if not most, every genre. Now, I'm not hating on these genres of anime because some of these have a lot of anime that are my favorite. And first, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Isekai. We get it. Isekai is overdone, stupid with the stories, but there are good ones. Mushoku Tensei, the father of all isekai tropes, and some amazing character development and world building. Then there's Re:Zero with its deep lore that keeps spanning, making twists and turns, making characters super intriguing. And if you want to look at one that wasn't as popular as these two, Overly Cautious Hero with its fun and goofy vibe. Basically, what I'm saying, there are good isekai. This is one of the genres I find it to be most prevalent in. Many isekai light novels, manga, anime can look and sound the same. If you read them without knowing they're a different isekai, you might just think it's the next volume of one. For some quick examples, Bofure, which is getting a second season, and a new one called Liedel. For a fast and quick point on both of these, they're both via VR MMOs. Okay, the story's different, but the same idea. VR MMO isekai is nothing new. SAO was the one who truly popularized it. You can easily look at the Misfits of Demon King Academy, and one that hasn't come out yet, My Isekai Life. They're both overpowered fantasies. You can give Misfits of Demon King Academy some wiggle room because it's supposed to be a parody to power fantasies, but it's also not an isekai. But to be honest, it feels like it should be one, but they're still both very similar in the vein of born into a fantasy world and either are or become the strongest in seconds. But isekai is not the only one to fall into this category. It's a low-hanging fruit, but shonen, it suffers very hard. If you look at the 2001 Baki, Grappler Baki, for a shonen, this was very out there with some of its fights literally fighting a legendary cave ape. And with some of the characters like Yuri and Ando, just out there characters. But if you look at new shonen such as 8686, now the reason I say 8686 is because they spoon feed you the story. They don't just let you figure it out on your own. And when an anime or manga doesn't tell you the story, it can be bad, but most give you little hints, little pieces to put it together to get you really hooked into the story. But 8686, it feels like they were scared to let you think. Honestly, like, let the story be wacky. Even if you want it to be serious, You can make it off the wall so it hooks you better, but with how the world has been changing lately, people just want everything to stop changing for a while. We've all been wanting to return to familiar reality, but this return that we seek in anime now is found a lot in newer anime, and it seems that because of that, studios are afraid to try crazy offshoot anime, and it's like we're somewhat locked into repeating, sometimes still release of anime. If you look back to 2020, that was undoubtedly one of the weakest anime seasons in a very long time. There's two anime that I think if the world had a worldwide rewatch or a first time watch for some anime fans, it might just spark the feeling of wanting to step so far outside this newerish anime normal again, and I'm speaking none other than Serial Experiments Lain and Fooly Cooly. Both of these anime are such great examples of interesting art, great character building, and stories that also have such great message. They both send the building blocks into a massive burning pit, which they cannot escape. If you look at Lane's minimalist surroundings, but the tucked away corners that are dark and psychedelic, it draws your eyes to them, making you constantly look around the environment, letting you subconsciously experience the world without feeling like you're trying to find something to look at. It feels good to look at small details to see if you're missing something tightly hidden away. And Fooly Cooly, it's the exact same way, with its sporadic switching of art styles, making the comedy hit so right at some times, and it catches you off guard. You think it'll be the same, but next scene, it's not. It's new, and you do a double take of both of these are just such amazing. They constantly keep your eyes looking for something absolutely ridiculous or something unnerving that sends your fight or flight into your mind slightly. These two shows really shine in the aspect of sending a message that can really change how some view current situations going on in life or just life in general. With Fooly Cooly, each episode teaches you about different ways someone can be held back, not understanding one's true feelings for one. Or another one is the consequences of lying, making your ego bigger to impress others, then eventually showing that. And I think there's two very fitting lines to express what I'm about to say. When it comes down to it, there are very few people who will swing the bat, but nothing can happen till you swing that bat. Lane is no different. In some ways, making a false persona, not being your true self, can hurt more than you. It will hurt others, and then it will spread faster. You will lose who you really are. But that's not how everyone sees you. Never letting people tell you they are above others, and never letting them redirect your path. You should be the one to create it, and who you trust, and the friends you have, where you hang out. Like Fooly Cooly, swing your own bat, and the diversity of characters, from Nato's dad being an absolute horny boy, to Musashi being a down-to-earth classmate of Nato, to literally a pair of floating lips as characters giving you Skull Knight type of dialogue lore, named Cheshire Cat named after the Alice in Wonderland cat, or a guy that was way ahead of the curve on VR. Shout out, dude. Big brain in that since 1980. These two anime drive home the point of, I will be confusing, I will be downright stupid at points, I will make fourth wall breaking comedy. With newer anime coming out now, it somewhat feels like nothing amazing happens here. Thank you for watching. This has been something I've been thinking about for a very long time, and I hope soon that we can get absolutely insane, crazy, just newer anime soon. And I was looking recently, there might be some promising ones. Fooly Cooly and Serial Experiments Lain are just like the peak of not being inside the box of normality. As always, thank you all for watching. Bell, subscribe, like if you want, and I look forward to having more fun with you guys. I'm gonna be doing a lot more streaming, and it's gonna be a blast. Thank you all for just being here. Let's make this new year go off amazingly. See ya.